I never self-promote. I hate those people.
No, I'll self-promote. I don't give a shit. Fuck you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you tonight? This is going to be Helios versus Clumbers United. We are going to be watching the Week 2 Group B from the HLL Competitive Association, HCA. Ulfer, you've been a while here co-casting with me. How are you?
Very, very nice. Very tired. I just finished a scrim with my team, and it went really bad. So I'm in a very bad mood. Hopefully, this game elevates my hope in this game.
I'll
Well,
cheer you up. Don't you worry, buddy.
uh, and who I'm hearing here, it's PapaBean once again giving me a hand. I'm mixing these two great co-casters I ever had here. So how are you been?
I'm pretty good. All jokes aside, guys, I'm pretty excited for this match. You got Climbers, you got Helios. Two good teams, like two really outstanding teams. I'm pretty excited to take a look at them. We were talking a little bit before the match about different areas in Hell Let Loose that have been growing and whatnot. And it's been very interesting to see. You've seen some Korean groups forming. You've seen I've even heard Filipino groups that have been forming as well.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it's just great to see these two teams, one Chinese predominantly and one more North American, go up against each other here. So it should be a fun match.
I mean, yeah, kind of what we were talking before Ulfer decided to show up about the amount of players in the whole game not going up, but the amount of competitive teams forming is going up. So
Yeah.
it's what you were saying, that what's the next step to take, right? So it's good to see that the competitive scene is gaining a little bit more of view. So
Yeah, I
it should
agree.
be
One
interesting.
of we mentioned this in many casts before with you, for Miss as well. I remember that we players have been and server owners have been worried and complaining about the game is dead. The game is dead. The game is dead basically since 2 or 3 years ago. That is a death foretold that never comes to fruition. But at the same time, like you were saying, new teams come up. Something probably few people have thought about is that trying to form teams and compete, whatever the level 3, level 4, or level 2, or level 1, division 1. It's a way also to educate, to teach people, right? To teach the new players to play properly, or how the game was thought to be played. um so I agree with you. It's kind of like a weird, strange phenomenon happening, and a lot of people more into the competitive aspect of the game and less into the pubbing nonstop for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but I've been calling it recently. It's the neo. I call it the neo golden era, and it's just it's the new kind of golden era. I mean, there's talks of Seventh Cav joining into a league. I'd be even with my relationship with them, I'd still give them a hats off if they actually did apply themselves there. I would love to see it. There are several other groups that I would love to just be able to see get into the competitive scene.
Mhm.
And I told Vormus this a little bit earlier. My challenge to some of these top groups is who do you go up against next? Who are you challenging to challenge yourself to get to that next level?
Right.
What are you doing? Who's your next target? Who do you want to be your rival? Because if you at the top level are announcing, "Hey, this is my rival. This is who we're going up against." That's when you start to build the scene up. You know what I mean? And you start seeing these teams get that rivalry and get that spark in the game. And I think that definitely draws more players in. If you guys get what I'm saying.
Something you mentioned that I think is, I agree with, that it's starting to become more common. I was talking to someone yesterday about this. I don't remember who. I think it was Heir Apparent. Um, and it is that the teams as well in this new age of people getting a little bit tired of the game. So it's harder to maintain servers constantly populated. But the people, I feel that the people are not abandoning the game. It's just that the game, people have lives and they cannot. There's so many servers. So I see this trend of fusing, right? Servers probably are going to fuse together. Teams are going to form alliances, and that's the way I think of the future. Like getting, you were talking about rivalries, but also getting these alliances, right? This bonds between teams that together can populate one server instead of having two servers halfway all the time. And you build community, you keep the game alive. You get good teams, competitive teams, and you get these mid goals of not necessarily winning a tournament, but you know getting a victory over this or that team, and getting better every tournament. I think that's the
No.
way we're gonna see this and next year.
I know that Formus kind of hit on this, and I'll ask you guys. In the last time that we talked, Formus, you asked me the question about HCA, and their approach and their model and make of giving teams 30 minutes before the match. And I know you, Ulfric, you played in these matches. I watched you play.
Oh God,
and
I'm sorry you had to do that.
But I guess my question is do you feel, as someone who's actively been a part of some of these matches, are you feeling that it's giving a lot of these teams that are necessarily newer to the game an ability to have an equal shot of winning, when maybe not necessarily their skill level is on the same level as other teams, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think what's happening is learning is sped up. The teams are learning and players are learning way faster than before, because there's a lot of good teams like tonight. These two teams that you can watch, study their VOD, study their games, and learn pretty quickly how to do properly many things. And that has moved up the level, like you said, of some of these tournaments are teaching teams to play. The key is that the teams need to be patient and take it one step at a time, not just disband on the first loss or the first bad tournament they have.
I agree with that. I agree with that a lot.
Completely agree with that. But yeah, here we are. Finally, match is going to happen. I had a kind of hard time finding who's Mick. I don't know if you know. I should join the Meg. Sorry if it's not the unit. I don't see any Mick here. Yeah, no mix here. Sorry. Uy. We have the P4 somewhere over here. Match is going to be here on Stalingrad today. Railroad crossing is the midpoint. Cut the deploy by Helios. T-34 following here. A truck south of it. Another truck here transporting some people. Have a first shooting here. Heard something explode, I believe. No, seems my hearing is bad here. Should go get that checked out maybe. Trucks are rolling in here. First, ooh, there we go.
Helios is doing a real good job of really.
It's a boom boom.
Double boom boom.
This is when you say, "I traded you, bro. I traded the whole truck."
Well, that's what I was thinking too. It's like, all right, you shot me, I shot you. How you like that?
That was a truck on the Helios side. This
more
is
even.
another truck on the Clumbers United side. I'm not going to try to pronounce any Chinese names. Sorry, I don't speak Chinese yet. So
All right, look at that front line they've already established up there. Helios has done a really great job of getting control and establishing their line. And look at those garrisons in the G block there. They really, I mean, that's how you kind of set up your front line right there to any of these up and coming groups. That's kind of what you look for, is really kind of establishing yourself so that you give your guys that ability to push in. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far from them.
Yeah, this is gonna be very predictably. So I think an initial cap for Helios.
Worst Guitar is here getting... No. Was him? Or was Sniper Girl getting two people right here from Clumbers United trying to cross the rails? But no. Unable to cross Clumbers United. The railway section here. Maybe that guy back there with the Luch.
Yeah, that's a standard opening position for the looks. This one is a bit late. I don't know if something happened to him.
Here we have a 3-2 in favor of Helios. Ooh, damn.
We talk about the importance of flares. Let me just tell you, both sides have been really, popping up with the flares there. And that's so crucial in times like this for commanders to kind of get an idea of kind of where everything is once you've kind of established yourselves. I really like how Helios is approaching. You don't really notice any big pushes right now. They're all just kind of locked into position. They're holding where they need to hold, and they're doing it pretty effectively. And I think that they're going to kind of wait and see if climbers make a mistake here, or if there's an opening here. They'll take advantage of it. When you get to these top tier teams, they're going to take every single opening, every single mistake, and they are going to make you pay for it.
I
like how flares keep going.
Yeah,
go ahead, Dulfer.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say I remember Chimera climbers. Was it in Chimera versus another Chinese team in APL?
Fallschirm Shaker?
FJ, yeah. And Chinese teams like this kind of grindy, very patient kind of play. So that, like you said, they're gonna be grinding this front line. They have a lot of hard cover.
First Luch there goes down.
It's gonna be a very tough fight ahead.
Looks like they're trying to repair that one tank down there.
This is the P4, the Axis P4, German P4.
Did I see Widow plays for Clumbers United, or that is a different Widow?
I think that's a different Widow.
I believe it's a different Widow. Here we have the second Luch of Clumbers United going down here. So, I mean, the rhythm the match is going on here, following, it's quite steady. No one is like surpassing the other one in abilities, because we see the lines, the main front lines of each team holding in the same place. Right now, at least. I mean, Clumbers United here trying holding inside of the rails here between those walls, and well, Helios holding the other side of the walls on the hard point, which is here, just in case for those who don't know.
I mean, you're watching Aya right there. I'm looking at
Messi.
Aya on Climbers, and they have been just shooting these flares off and whatnot for the Climbers. But that's being replied to with flares from Helios and whatnot. I'm going to be interested to see what Helios is doing down south there. What their move is going to be. I would definitely like to see if they're going to start to make a push here across. I'm just waiting to see if this P4 gets knocked out.
No, luckily enough, does not get a shot. I would believe it's a third time by the T-34. T-34 is going for it. It's risking it all here.
It's
on Stalingrad. Take the shot!
No, wow.
That was a good peek. Who was in the T-34?
This is
Jack. Yeah, Jack won.
Gold
most of
Dragons.
those. Very good.
here. Shaq the
Jack
gunner.
is maintaining-
Dragon playing with Helios.
that's what you got to do to get these wins here. You know what I mean? Like for tankers, when I talk to them, those are the small wins that do add up throughout a match. And so it'll be interesting to see how climbers respond here. Ulfric, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, once you get that crucial tank advantage in the opening, is you unleash the Kraken, basically. You unleash this medium now. He has a clock on its booty until the first tiger comes in. So he has probably two more minutes to roam around. So I agree with he's going south, getting off the point, trying to get some angles, repair.
You haven't seen too much from Helios if they have a whammo squad or something like that. You really haven't seen too much activity. I think they might be making a push down south, but I'm really liking how
T-34 is down.
Oh wow! I'm really liking how Helios is occupying them right here and drawing climbers' attention over here. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. If that T-34 didn't die or wasn't wounded, I thought it was tracked. It would have been perfectly used for this. Like you create chaos on the next point, you get some OPs, maybe you get the Gary, maybe you get some light tank that's still there, and that distracts, draws resources to kill that tank. Unfortunately, they died. I don't know if they died one shot to a heavy or another rocket. They seem to have been showing engine there when they were transitioning. So this is something that I learned from Jack and other ace tankers. Okay, you got the kill on the P4, but nothing came out of it. So that's unfortunate, right? It's usually killing tanks means nothing if you don't make something out of it, right? So the P4 died, but the T-34 died. So it was as if they traded. You know what I mean? Nothing came out of that extra tank that they got, unfortunately for Helios. But sometimes it's not the CE, it's not the kills at the end. It's these key moments, particularly when the game is about to end or the clutch time, these key lucky moves that you need to make those tank kills or tank moves count. A lot of times you see tanks in the back, kill the tanks way in the back on the other side. And this conversation between tanks exchanging APs, and they kill each other, but if nothing comes out of it, it quickly gets leveled up again when they reposition the new tanks. So it's a lot about the momentum and the timing.
Looks like Helios is pushing that front line. Is that what I'm seeing here, Formus?
Basically, it's what we see here. It's Helios is pushing here, the north of the map here, trying to get forward. Basically, I mean, we got two consecutive points, so that kind of sucks for the Clumbers United side, but if they manage to hold the whole push they have in here and keep pushing south here like we just saw, I mean, could be quite dangerous for Helios here if that's the case. But seems it's just as like I said at the start, it's quite a steady progress right now, so it's too early to take these conclusions that this is going to happen right now. So we got the first tiger here by Clumbers United, the first German tank, heavy armor here commanded by I don't know, 4000, maybe it's the T-4000, Terminator is here.
He came from the future. I had my suspicions that this tiger killed the medium one shot, because he came from elevation here, and I'm pretty confident that they took a shot in the engine down there.
I mean, it's hard to tell, because shot should have come from over this side, and the tiger is coming from here, the north of the map, which is a kind of flat zone, so you do not have visual over the T-34 zone. Fuck, you scared me. So
something you were talking about, the points is very important, right? We saw when we were looking for the future of the D-34 and then they died, we were looking, and in that compound, in that walled compound, the Axis have a strong presence, and that we saw a dead Puma and stuff. That's very important, because when you have these 2 consecutive points in the north as Axis, it's very dangerous for you to get comfortable with frontal push, and you get flanked from the mid map or from the south, and then from the south to the mid. And then I've been in the receiving end of this when I used to play in TL, and it's very painful when you get wrapped, and then basically you play Axis, Stalingrad, and you're just playing in 2 squares in the north, the midpoint and your second point, and or your third point is very if you let yourself be wrapped. But the big presence of the Chinese team in the middle of the map, as long as they keep that up, there's hope for a frontal push. If they let themselves lose part of the mid control of the map, it can get really ugly really quickly.
Wonder if Pop was laying down a satchel over there.
Nice smoke, by the way. Those are allowed.
The arty has been impeccable from Helios. Have you seen that? I mean,
they block the crossfire there.
Come again, PapaBean, what we're mentioning about the artillery. Yes, artillery is doing quite an interesting job, at least for the Helios, which is, I would say it's kind of easy for the Helios artillery right now, because it's aimed just here, behind this wall. Meanwhile, the Clumbers United artillery should be aiming quite a lot of different spaces, and also the train cards here might stop the effect of the shell falling and exploding.
The Axis got wiped in the north. This is not looking very good to them. They were pushed off the train tracks, and now you see them. The wall is being used by the Soviet team, but by the Helios, not by the Axis. This is huge progress. This is boxing out almost entirely the Axis at that point.
We got the first Joseph Stalin 1, commanded by Saifi here. For Helios, trying to get a shot over these windows
for those
here.
Angles, man. I love when I see those tankers, man. I love tankers that find those sweet spots, man. And when you find those spots, you got to remember them for each of these points. And that's what I talk about, comp players and good comp players, right? The good comp players are the guys that know those sweet spots. The comp players are just the guys that say, "Oh, I play in comp and stuff like that." You got to know the sweet spots. You got to know, as a squad leader, and that's
what a rocket there.
What I love to do is squad lead. You got to know a good spots for OPs. You got to know how to set your guys up for success and whatnot as a squad leader. But as a tanker, knowing those different angles, I just love seeing it. I really, really do. And I think that's going to be a big factor in this match, definitely, with it being on Stalingrad and whatnot, knowing those sweet spots of getting those shots off, like we saw from Climbers, where, we kind of think that they kind of got that T4 there. Finding those sweet spots, knowing where you can set yourself up to be successful.
That was a good flare by the Helios infantry. So now Scythe and Wix, they have a good information. Where
what
the
a miss by Ayalunga there. Should have played a little bit more careful there. Was a very nice infiltration by him. But yeah, it did not happen because of this other guy who... Why? Why would you do this to me? Why that Chinese name? You are not Chinese!
A bad word.
We're gonna call him Umbrella.
I mean, this reminds me, the meme where there is this Chinese guy saying, "This is what I see when I see someone with a Chinese tattoo, and it's him showing his arm with the word water vertically written." It's
yeah, this means peace. So we just write peace. I have my suspicions. Let me check real quick. but that is maybe battery bits. I'm not sure.
Donald Pump getting those kills. I see him down there.
Ooh, PapaBean here managed to get the shot on the engine and destroys the Deluge.
Oh! Let's see if he gets that one.
What
extra
a
guy.
great perception right there. knowing who to shoot, when to shoot. Kills the remaining tank crew there.
Papa Bear doing what I hate the most.
I agree.
From the engine.
Hey, he's doing God's work in my book. You know, if you can take out a tank crew and snack them while they're on the ground, you better be doing it, son. You better be doing it.
I hate those worm. They're wiggly worms. You know, they cosplay a snake there in the low wall, and then you don't see him, and then click in the ass. Sorry, in the engine.
Ness, what a shot by Ness there. What a shot by Ness. Gets 2 kills here.
It looks like climbers are making an active push to repel Helios off of these tracks. And
a lot of progress, yeah.
Here comes a bombardment over this zone by Clumbers United. Let's see what's the damage on the Helios lines here.
You see, we saw that guy behind the lines of climbers there. You know, I mentioned before briefly that they sometimes will put guys out in different areas just to make sure that nobody's coming through that area. You know what I mean? To kind of post up and kind of be a scout almost for their backlines. So it's interesting to see that in play here, if you guys get what I'm saying.
Yep, it's true.
This is very important in the South. This is sometimes we praise lines, like how the teams control a line. But you see this line follows the train tracks, right? And then it's not going to be a perfect north to south line. But what is really shocking to me is that these 2 Division 1, very, very well-known teams, very experienced, they're not playing map edge to map edge. They're playing basically
what's needed
half the map
only. Yeah,
only what's needed. Yeah, it's like
Helios is trying to extend here. I mean, they had a Gary very, very down south here, but it's gone. I believe it was Art of Xiao here. I believe it's Xiao. But
you gotta
yeah,
wonder,
I mean,
too, if they're trying to pull climbers further down south, you know what I mean, to try to make the line, and then what. You know, you got to imagine in your head, right? You're pulling on string. Have you ever done that? When you pull on string and then it becomes really thin? That's what I think Helios is attempting to do here.
To stretch thin, and maybe they push my pitch, which is close. Yeah, that could be. I don't know if Helios is going that deep with the strategy. I think they think, okay, mid-map, up to mid-map is enough. And then if we lose the guy in the south, okay, we see what happens. But it's probably the nature of the map as well, which is very curvy. So you control a very wiggly middle line, and then a lot of holes. And every part of this train tracks line is hard. It's hard to break it, either for defenders or for attackers. It's very, very hard. Because every time you make a cross, there's crossfire, right? By someone in the train track, someone, you know, Papa Bear cosplaying a snake and laying low under the wagons, and they always get shot when you try to cross. So I don't want to be right to my prediction, but it's very probable that we're going to see this development for 90 minutes, and then some kind of clutch play at the end that may break the tie, may break this balanced fight for the midpoint.
I mean, Helios has done an excellent job, and I know that climbers, they're definitely going to put their, you know, guys up into positions. Oh,
wait, do you have motion blur? Please tell me you don't have motion blur on.
No, it should be off. Should be off. Let me check my ping here, because yes, it's going quite laggy for me. 312.
Oh, it could be
MS.
Could be lag.
I believe the server's in China, if I'm correct.
I mean, it's a Chinese. I mean, the server is provided by Clumbers United, so might be in Japan for sure. Give me a second. I wanna check here the bitrate in the OBS. It's going quite good. So yeah, it's just the ping here in the server I have here. But yes.
And that's something that people talk about, you know, on different levels of comp. They talk about paying and playing on different servers and stuff like that. Look at that. We just talked about that garrison down south. Looks like Helios is setting that up down there. But a lot of teams, if they're not necessarily doing so hot, they'll say, oh, well, their server wasn't going well or whatever. Helios is holding their own on a server where if you look at their pings, I can almost promise you it's going to be more than 120 for each player. But that's just what you get with some of these top tier teams. There's no excuses. They come to play, they come to win, and you're noticing it right now, definitely, with the gameplay.
Careful, B-strike zone here. And misses. Barely misses.
Swing and a miss!
That was clever. That was meant for a retreating tank, but they put it too further back.
Ooh.
I don't know what they were trying to... This is a rip station which blew up by artillery here. But I believe that Tiger is trying to poke to this Tiger here. That IS-1, I mean.
Yep.
But
this is very important.
I saw it got shot, but I don't know where from. So it got shot, but I don't know where from. So be careful here.
This is very important. This is the Chinese team should make full profit. Should take profit out of this. This tank made it here. Is stopping all crossfire. Infantry should be crossing on his left map edge, crossing and making a push. I don't see many players playing with the tank. The tank is rather alone.
Well, here you have Baba, who just got killed by Gasmask, I believe, who got killed by the Tiger, by the driver. Take your souvenir. I believe it's take your souvenir here.
They don't have a Gary close. I mean, this is the IS is pushing at the end of the wagons. This is sad to see. This is very sad to see. A Tiger creating space and nobody profiting from it.
See,
that IS is gonna push.
That's those moments, right, Ulfric, that we talk about where you got to take advantage of it. You have a tank that sets itself up, literally controlling that highway, that little highway. That's so crucial to hold, and it was being unopposed, and now it just kind of feels like the climbers, for them, it's too little too late. I mean, the tanks moved out of position.
The tank has info on an IS in the south, and the tank has to rotate for that, and yeah, it's a missed opportunity here for sure. Also, sometimes it's on the tankers themselves. Sometimes the tankers push when there's no one, and then they expect the infantry to adjust to them in record time, and it's not going to happen. So I don't want to be just harsh on the infantry. Sometimes the tanks do it too early. They need to announce they're going to do that. They need to go slow, and but now, yeah, that momentum is past. Now they need to profit from this.
Guido getting killed here by Hassa, I believe. That was, I mean, looking the whole battle here on the train track zone, we can see that even though Helios has been holding this position for a long while now, we see that Clumbers United at the end of the day manages to get behind that line, or at least breach it. For example, we saw there Guido, who was right here, removed at 1 or 2 OPs here, and but yeah, at the same time is what you guys were mentioning. The tank was there. We suddenly had 4 or 5 guys here pushing. Once the tank was retreating, was rotating from its position. So it all comes down to the communication. I mean, it's not much more we can blame than communication, because yes, maybe the infantry should have followed the tank. Maybe the tank crew should have communicated what they were going to do. I mean, there's nothing much more that can be said about that specific situation here, I believe. I don't know if you agree with me.
No, completely. If it's not communication, it's left up to chance or up to certain players with game sense reading correctly the map, but it's very hard, right? Usually good teams I know ESPT, for example, sometimes they don't communicate because they play together so much that they kind of understand what's going on. But other less experienced teams, you need to communicate. You need to get that clear what you're trying to do there as infantry. If you need armor to push, or and what's going on that we see is they're testing the lines. They're testing which wagon has less infantry, which part of this line is a little bit weaker. And like you mentioned, Widow made a big progress, so now the infantry is trying to push south. It's like a back and forth. I love what they're doing.
It's definitely like that string pulling, like I said, and then they come back in, string, pull it out again, and then push back in. It looks like the whammo on Helios is getting behind enemy lines there over in C5. They're making some progress there. Now, is it going to be a little bit slow going? Yeah, it might be a little slow going, but I think that
but we don't see the same for climbers, right? We don't see the equivalent. No. We don't see a rat in the back line.
And I think that primarily has to do with, you got to think about it from their perspective. Do you hold front door and control that movement and control your front line? Or do you try to snake some guys around back, and run the gambit when you have those 2 points right next to each other? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of, for Helios, they're definitely... They have a little bit of an advantage. You have both your defense and front door right intermixed with each other. You know what I mean? And so you can definitely play off of that a little bit better than what climbers have going on, because they have to address the entire picture, whereas Helios can go, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and they get a little bit more picky-choosy right now. Now,
like they say, you're playing with house money. As long as you control the midpoint, you're playing with house money. You can try, and if it doesn't work, doesn't work.
If worse comes to worse, you fall back, right? Okay, you fall back. You can say you tried.
Let's aim a little bit, don't you think?
These are top quality gunfights over here. We're seeing those are nice snipes. Campo got domed earlier. Now the other guy in the frame in the wreckage.
Oh, damn work!
Look at this.
From behind.
Wow.
Look at
MG
that.
Sitting up top, looking for something to do.
Is that famous player? 3 sticks, an arrow, and a symbol.
I don't know.
Sorry, I just don't know Mandarin, so I had no idea how to
3
pronounce
sticks, up arrow, and
the tank.
Does that look like
it does look like a tank.
Symbol.
No, it does look like a tank.
That's a shower. That's a shower.
It's a tank.
That's a shower? No, that's a tank. I don't know what you're looking at, but that ain't no shower.
It looks like a shower head. It looks like a shower
head. I suggest you stop consuming drugs. It's good for your health to not do that.
Apologies to everyone from China. It's a reflection of my lack of language diversity. It's nothing on them. It just reflects my lack of education.
I mean, I apologize, but that guy for me, it's Chin Chin Hang Chin.
I had no idea. I mean, I would love to be able to pronounce their names. I feel ignorant because they cannot pronounce our names.
I mean, they can pronounce ours because, I mean, at the end of the day, English is like the world language. Therefore, it's a language that it's being...
For now,
at least. But it's being studied all the way around the globe. I mean, I wouldn't be speaking it if I wouldn't be learning it because it's useful at the end of the day. And from where? From behind.
Right.
We talk about using house money, Ulfric. You talked about that real quick. It definitely seems like Helios is pulling, the players from that front line, from climbers. They just satchel that tank. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That's what I love to see. As a tanker, I bet you hate to see it, but as a squad leader, I could kiss that man.
My mom already gave me my lunchbox. I don't need your lunchbox.
Great satchel by Campo here. Tank crew does not seem to be aware of the enemy infantry near them.
something is both on the spotter as well as on the driver. The driver should hear steps. For some reason, the driver hears better the steps of people around, and the spotter was completely. I mean, they shouldn't be satchel here. This is on infantry as well. This is too deep to get satchel. I will be pissed off. Yep, this dude's like, you see that? Do you see what happened? Yeah. Let's pretend. Let's deploy. We were never here. We were never here.
Nah, Toast is not coming this way.
Contest that point over there?
Yeah, I believe I saw the point getting contested here a little bit here. But yeah, if you pay attention to the 4 squares being played, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys here doing some pressure, and these 2 guys, I believe one of them at least is inside the hard point. Therefore, I mean, and all that people back there, it's over here away outside of these 4 squares. So it's understandable they started the cap progress, at least the contest there.
IS crossed. That's probably why they
tank match.
Mm-hmm.
IS gets the kill there. Surprise, motherfucker.
Just lost 2 tigers in 30 seconds. This is
Scythe here.
Surprise, motherfucker. Enjoy the fries.
How could you miss that very important shot?
That's a shot you gotta make. You gotta make those kind of shots, and you know, you talk about making it worthwhile. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness.
So now we need to see what comes out of this. So this is what the Tiger should have done with the infantry, right? Finish crossing to the other wall, and then do this, like maintain a line, clear, prevent everyone.
I mean,
this IS knows that it's a map end, right, on its engine, so nobody's gonna wrap around from the map edge. So it's basically in a little cubby, in a little pocket. It's gonna be very, very hard to get this tank out of here, by the way.
I mean, the thing here is that this IS1, it's quite comfortable, why it's not opening the map.
Comfortable, yeah.
The wrong key, my bad. It's quite comfortable because you can see that literally it's what you say, no one can come from behind. I mean, they can for a quite brief moment, and has this wall protecting him. But on this side, it's no wall, therefore if you push with a tiger to this side, you should get towards this position at least, which leaves your back exposed, and also if the IS-1 is expecting you there, you cannot retreat. Therefore, it's kind of understandable that that tiger did not push without its infantry.
I agree. So that's why you go to Wick's spot. That house on the left, that's called Wick's spot, and you go there and you finish crossing with a tiger. I agree with you. So you cannot do the wall play.
Is
the house next to Smarin. Yeah, he's gunning for Scythe, the tank we're looking at. He has a Romero nickname, but that's Wick's.
Here.
Level
that's Wick's. There we go.
So you see on the map edge, there's that house on the left. On the left side behind Samrin. Samrin. No, on the left.
No.
That one is the your wall. They say when you cross as axis, you need to use that house because the infantry cannot go around the house on your left. So, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. And this tank is doing the correct thing. It's just holding, keeping this infantry at bay, and then Gasmax, Ness, and other people are gonna make a cross at some point.
I mean, look, that IS-1 pushed, these other 2 IS-1s push, and the infantry pushed. Careful here, because Bergis...
he died.
I think it bugged. I believe it got bugged, because I suddenly saw him going from here to there.
A worm killed it, maybe.
What's going on with the Ramo in the backfield? Are they still operating pretty well back there, or?
That's a Helios AT. That's a Helios AT.
Oh my God! This is cheeky.
Oh.
This is the things you see in pubs. Wow.
They had shot.
Damaging a tiger.
Yep. But here comes Ching Chen Han Ching, because I don't know how to pronounce Chinese name, sorry. And I do not believe he's going to satchel it, because he's an officer. But here comes Glow once again. He's going to try to catch him up.
Helios, the Circle, 82nd AD Glow, and who knows what other tag on him.
Fuck, that scared the hell out of me.
He's a member of all the clans.
He said, which team? Yes.
Yes, exactly. You play comp. Which team? Yes.
So, 2 tigers here. Once again, I mean, at least they got something to, like, recover a little bit, because, well, 2 tigers lost. 1 front line, 1 back line, and then these 2.
Well, they're waiting for a third, right, to make a push, because the IS are 3 tanks positioned impeccably along the train tracks.
Seeing tanks getting shot.
Paradoxes of Stalingrad and Helios in general. That's logically common sense. You want high ground, right, as a tank, to see further, to shoot down on targets. But in many situations, and Stalingrad is one of those, sometimes you want to be low.
Ooh, what a
low,
shot!
Like the Soviets. Low like the Soviets with walls and obstacles. And when you're in high ground, like the Axis, you're basically up there, visible from every angle. So it is kind of like a paradox, right? Because being here is worse than being down low there.
I mean, I remember one FNF I was playing against Vanguarda, and we were playing down on the south back there, and they used a position over those buildings, you know, and they were shooting. No, one of the buildings, you know, where you live. One of them, and they were shooting us through a window, and we were all over there at the south too. And I couldn't see them. I was trying to look for them, but it was impossible, basically. I mean, that's where you mentioned is the paradox. Yes, Scythe is out. Back to no crew.
I wouldn't say it's in every map, but in some maps it's very paradoxical. You want to be rather low. Ooh. Oh, with the clutch pistol play. Nice.
With the Soviet revolver here.
Yeah. That's a level 500 play by Wix, and he gets the tank back. He's the only tanker on this one.
Ooh, where from
That's an
where?
80 gun from Miss Wind. Oh, wow. Satchel coming in.
There it goes. It's quite close.
Oh my god, the 80 gun kills the satcheler.
No, too much. That's risky. There we go. Why would you shoot the turret of a tank?
The funny part is that he's driving alone, so he needs to
He's trusting.
Machine gun.
Oh
my god.
goodness.
Wix is showing them a run for the money. You're not gonna take me alive.
I think he's also pulling the attention of those tanks back there. He's like, look at me, baby.
That can be dangerous. The back of the tank is slightly poking. Oh, that's a shot.
Oh no, lucky. The point is that no one is preparing, so every one of these shots is grinding this tank down. And he has no spotter to know how much is good, how much is enough.
And
Nami,
I believe this tank is going to go down soon. Oh, bounce! Bro, come on. Iswin gets killed by Nami back there. Damn,
Nami
boy.
Play there. That's the mark of a good player, right? Like, you hear clunk, 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 you know your tank is in trouble. Where is it coming from? Go do something. And he just saved this tank. You know, Nami.
That's called experience there.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
That tanking by Wix, it's...
See? Wix heard the steps and got out. See? Another clutch play. Kudos to Wix. Great guy.
I mean, we could say that Wix is going to be the MVP for Helios, at least right now,
Derek
no?
goes down, Scythe goes in, starts repairing. This tank is back in the fight, baby.
Oh yeah.
Be
That's also
careful.
the mark of a good tank
Be
crew when they're
careful.
hard to kill.
And you're looking at this point, and you got kill switch back here. You got guys back here. Climbers are going to have to address this problem pretty fucking quick.
I mean, I don't know if you played infantry against Campo, but you don't want Campo to be doing this. Like, it's a nightmare. It's going to be a pain in their backline.
No, absolutely.
Have icon here in the chat saying no, that it's the real Widow we're seeing here in the
It's the real
Clumbers United.
Widow.
I don't know.
Okay. So he took an Uber from the Hurricane Forest, the game we were playing, to here. That was a teleportation.
Crazy how time and space works in this game.
The vortex. Hey, that's not fair. You're eating. I'm hungry. I want to eat too.
You know, I'm sitting here eating some chips because let me tell you something about this match. It has been entertaining, and I can sit here and I can eat some motherfucking chips and enjoy the show, baby.
I completely agree here with Bean. I would be doing the same, but no, I have to use the PC, you know, the keyboard and the mouse here to do something.
I thought you got two co-casters so you could chew, but no, we got
yes.
duped here.
He said, "Place the bun."
I
We
mean,
got duped. It wasn't eating his him, and we were just talking nonsense over here.
look at this.
You see, that's an interesting tactic. You know, I brought that up before with when I was in the 7th Cav, having one guy man a tank. You know, seeing a solo tank down there, I think it's so effective at times when it calls for it, because if your whammo or your backlines need help, you can send in that, you know, solo tanker, and they can help out while you still have, you know, the rest of the guys not necessarily committed to it. You know, committed to that tank.
Okay, real Widow getting a clutch kill there and making a good cross.
Good dog. Here,
Is that how we
Baba
refer to him
coming.
now? Real Widow? Okay.
The real Widow.
I mean, it
I
seems
told you
based
this
on what
tank-
icon
this tank
here
was
saying.
gonna very hard to kill, very hard to get out of here. See, they rotated. They heard someone walking. That's map and positional awareness, and like the other tanks that we saw getting satcheled.
Shot, I
They're out
believe,
of
to the
bounds right now,
tracks.
so they need to get in.
Shot that does not penetrate the
Wow.
armor here of the IS-1.
Yeah, the reason they're retreating is not because they're in danger. It's because I can guarantee they're bored. They feel probably that they're not. Yeah, they feel probably that the infantry has not made anything. So they're like, you know what? I'm gonna play somewhere else. I need to kill people. I need to kill tanks.
I mean, at the end of the day, kinda what we are seeing is that the backdoor is kinda doing the job for the Helios to push in, you know? So, yeah, I believe there is no need to have that IS-1 there holding by itself. At the end of the day, quite a risky position, because, yes, it's all to the aware of the driver mostly and the tank commander, but it's just one wrong move and you have that tiger shooting at you. You have this infantry here trying to get a satchel or shoot at you in general. So yeah, I don't think it was worth to remain there. Talking not only on the position, the risk of losing the tank, but I mean, when you at the end of the day, when you talk about maintaining the tank alive, it's mostly for fuel economy in the game. So
Right. I was about to say, I'm surprised nobody built 1 or 2 rep stations and one blueprint just came up.
Widow here getting chosen, getting shot again by Smithers?
And the real Widow goes
don't
down.
believe
Will the real Widow please stand up, though? Please stand up.
He's taking a dirt nap.
Night night.
Hello guys, I'm Commander Smithers, level 23.
I believe this was just a
That was
repair
a short-lived
station.
repair station.
That was
Yeah.
that was the most.
Easy come, easy go, baby.
Oh my god, artillery.
Thanks for your services, no longer needed them, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna check, I'll tap
If-
here
if
just
Wix-
real quick, want to check everything is
If
going
Wix
good.
gets another pistol kill, we should rename him John Wicks.
Everything is going fine.
See, I want you to look at what happened when the IS gone over there. It's gone from there. Look how much progress the Chinese team is having there.
I mean,
Just having a tank alive is
yeah.
crucial, but they're retreating. They go bored. Clearly scanning for a tiger through the cracks of the train line. But that opened a lot of space for the enemy infantry. Sometimes you got to play boring.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I gotta ask.
I would
As more of an infantry guy, asking a tanker, do you ever feel like you're a shark or that you're in the movie Jaws and you're just like hunting down? Yeah.
All the time. It's like sometimes you're like slowly peeking through, scanning the horizon, and then you find them. The most patient tanker gets the first shot, and then it's like tan.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I often feel like I'm on, some sort of like, drug like cocaine. Oh my goodness, look at that.
I know
thank you, Mrs.
And it's like I gotta go, gadget, go, all the time, and it's just interesting seeing the duality within this game.
Oh my god, that Lux is having so much fun. He's shooting through the
bush, here, and the rune house, and there we go. Luch finally goes down.
Yeah, that IS is showing through the crack on the wall, shooting inside. So,
I mean, here, Ulfbert, you're a tanker like me. You would agree that at the end of the day, when you're a tank, I mean, it's kind of what you should mention, but when you're playing tank, the phrase patience, I mean, I forgot the phrase. I'm that smart. The patience is key. There we go. It's true and boring.
Yeah,
it's so damn heavy to be there, standing there, and then waiting 30 minutes, no tanks, and when you just move, you get shot.
Or you get out of there because you're bored, and then the team loses a whole square or whole space. Yeah.
It definitely would appear, as a side note, Joe, I'm just looking at this map right now. It definitely appears that the match has definitely shifted, and you can definitely see
Look at the presence of Helios. Yeah,
they have definitely imposed their will on climbers here. They have really just said, we are going to push here. We will hold the front door right here, but we're going to push, the hinge, and we're going to close the damn door on you guys.
We go.
If we can.
I agree. Yeah, that's a huge progress in the south.
Oh damn! I was about to look at Teresa here, but no. 7 told me to go fuck off. Go watch someone else. Go watch me. So yes, I'm going to watch you, 7. Are you holding over here?
These house huggers.
Is that his name? House Huggers 7? Alright, House Huggers 7, you're doing great. Keep it up, kid.
They have 49 house huggers over here.
Jesus, you're telling me, bro.
Funny how it's 7, 7 square, it's 49. Sorry, a math joke over there. No one likes math jokes. Here, Beast strike. Ooh!
You have to make them math.
Hang on. What did they shoot at?
Didn't land.
What was that beast strike? Oh, there.
Maybe the other tank?
Careful, because here comes an airhead.
Is that an airhead coming down, or?
No, it's supplies here.
Okay, that's supplies.
Stalin sent a plane. Stalin sent a little package.
But yes, Stalin did send a package over here.
He said, "What up?"
This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stalin decided to say "Suka bliad," and "Suka bliad" happened. But here we have a rip station.
Yeah, I hate it when you have to play back here as German. I hate it.
Such an uncomfortable position for a tank this zone.
Ulfric, if you were a tanker out there right now, what would you be doing? Like, what area would you be
I'll
setting
probably
up?
be dead. I'll probably be dead for 30 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah, the few minutes when I'm alive.
I mean, if you are on the Climbers United side, I'll be playing over this zone, you know? Maybe a little bit more
I was
cover over
about to
here.
say, I will be around here
Over
helping
here.
the infantry regain center of a map. At
I
least
mean-
one tiger doing that.
Look, I mean, if the tiger pokes over here, look at all this vision you have over the north of the point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll dare to say that this is one of the best positions you can be at as axis in a tank, you know, because you also have eyes on that IS Wonder. You might be able to see that the Scythes IS-1 over there, and it depends. If you play a little bit more here, you can see quite a fair amount of map. Also that IS-1 there. So yeah, I'll be there to say that this is one of the best positions to be in if you're playing as axis. It's hard to get there because it's quite a wide open area. It's a very wide open area.
The other nice place to get there, but the infantry is not allowing that, is the warehouses further east of that tiger that we're looking at. Making it to this compound, this area, and this road further forward. Instead of this T-70, a tiger here with support of infantry, this is a very good spot as well.
Yeah, and that's, you know, as a squad leader, you know, your biggest priority, oftentimes, you got to be paying attention. All eyes around you. But
no crew tank.
Oh, no crew? Oh.
No crew, and that guy just missed the first AT, just in case, letting you know. And whoa. Hang on.
Oh,
When?
I didn't realize there was nobody in that tank. I was like, oh lord. Okay.
I wonder when all this push by Helios.
You know, as an SL, you know, my primary goal is putting my guys into position. But oftentimes, you know, when I see a tank, you know, that needs help and whatnot, I'll team up with a tank. You know what I mean? And I think that's so important for these teams to do. And you've seen quite a bit of that from time to time from both sides. I've seen it a little bit more from Helios. Just their coordination with their tanks has really been something that you could probably write a little how-to book on. You know, and understanding the ebbs and flows, and even from the tanker's perspective, you know, knowing when, you know, understanding your surroundings, knowing that, okay, maybe I don't need to be over here. Let me find a spot where I can be more effective, and team up with infantry there. You know, I've seen quite a bit of that, and I think that's something that can be hard for some teams. And you know, and a team that can do that effectively will make you pay tenfold, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that is gold when you can do it properly. We've seen some teams, MS and other top tier teams, that sometimes they have really good players, but they don't have a lot of games together yet, a lot of tournaments together. They're always like reforming or, you know, collaborating with other, like a third of their team is new. So you can have really top fraggers, but that mojo, that dynamic of playing with people that you have a lot of understanding, gives you that extra edge of what you were talking about, like adjusting to, oh, there's a tank near me. What is he trying to do? And then, you know, how to coordinate better sometimes, like I said at the beginning, without even talking too much. You just know what others are trying to do, and you immediately mold into their tactics, and you make things happen.
And I think, you know, we talk about that all the time. You know, Spirit does that splendidly. You know, you could really watch them for, you know, a good hour and 30 minutes, and they won't. You know, there's not that needed, you know, conversation that has to happen. It's just it just happens. It happens pretty easily. You know, and what I will say, you know, speaking of easy things, Helios has really done a fine job of moving their line, their hinge forward here, and controlling that warehouse. Oh, dude, it's been methodical. You know, and they're making the climbers, you know, pay along the way. You know, I know, you know, climbers have definitely been giving Helios a run for their money, but I mean, with 30 minutes left, I'm gonna tell you right now, it definitely, you can feel where the momentum is, and it will be interesting to see if that momentum swings the other way, or if, you know, climbers kind of, you know, they're left backpedaling, if you get what I'm saying.
And we were talking about this compound at the beginning, that this is we mentioned that how important it is for the Axis team to control this, and this is being contested. So huge progress, huge methodical pushing of the line by Helios, and knowing where to put the pressure on, right? The acupuncture, like put pressure here with the needles, and if it is again playing with house money. Even if you lose in 10 minutes, 15 minutes from now, you lose
Shoot,
this
that's more
compound.
decides to reload.
All this time here is time that they're not fighting for the mid cap.
Widow's gonna try to make a move in here and see if he can.
And he fails.
Could you check the level, Widow's level? If it's the real Widow.
I believe he's in the ground right now, right? Yeah.
297.
Okay.
So we got a Tiger here, IS-1 rolling here. So, yeah, I don't know when Helios just came from the tracks here and pushed all the way west over here, and it's holding quite well. This is looking good for them right now. I mean, the only problem I see right now is this. They have nothing south here except this tank. A single crew tank, I believe. Yes. Ponchos got contested. I believe you saw that, Ulfer, right?
Sorry, I missed you. What was that?
PC here backed up a little bit too much into the wall and made a vertically front flip. He made a front flip with the...
Oh.
No, he just went straight to the building here and made a front flip with the T-34. I'll give him an award for that, for the creativity of doing so.
Okay,
Uhulov comes here trying to get a shot, a two-shot hopefully for him with the AT, or he's with a satchel, believe, I don't know.
If they, let's see if they hear the steps.
Never mind. He decided that he's too tired. He's going to sleep.
He's redeploying. He needs the satchel go down.
Here comes the Katyusha, and I don't know. It's something I'm not seeing here right now.
No kills. Typical Katyusha.
Katyusha.
Okay, progress here for the Chinese team. A Tiger. They cleared, except for Ben, they cleared the compound.
I mean, and here once again, tank comes in, team goes forward. It's that simple. That Tiger showing up here made the whole Helios progress we had here collapse completely. And be careful, because we have a tank on IS-1 here, a Tiger on IS-1 shooting from the right, from the north of the map. Ooh!
Gone. Yep.
You saw from where that shot came in through, right?
It came from the left. The killing shot came from the left. The first pin was from that one. Yeah.
Sure, I don't believe the Tiger is able to shoot this low.
I wasn't shot at. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
No, it's
I thought he was shot from the left.
No.
There was
it was
shot,
facing
there was
front.
a rocket or some sort that went from the left there.
We need like in football, right? In Argentina,
The VAR?
every football match you have a replay, automatic replay. That's for the developers when they care to do that.
Yeah, where's our
It's like
replay
a-
booth?
As admin cam, we should
Would
have
be
like a
interesting.
10 seconds button. Automatically you press and you get a replay. With a horn next to it. Fa-fa-fa-fa.
I have no money for the stream deck yet.
Soundboard.
That's why I have Patreon. If anyone wants to
That's
help.
why you have Wolfbert doing the ridiculous
Also.
sounds.
Yeah,
Do the sound.
careful, because Chosen,
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
he's not with a satchel, he's with grenades here. That's unfortunate. The way he managed to get right next to the tank, able to satchel it. But,
He's pulling a Wix there.
Alak Bar.
Oh my God.
Literally, that was Alak Bar.
He almost runs.
Yeah, but for what? For what?
I mean, made him retreat.
Hey, this midpoint's getting contested though.
And
That's what I
yeah,
will say.
that's what I was about to mention. Midpoint got a little bit contested right there. So yeah, I believe all the progress Helios is making here, which is in my opinion quite good progress, it's going to be halt for a while a little bit. Because
Yeah.
yes, Clumbers United is trying to tag once again. These trucks are getting contested, and
That IS,
yeah.
that IS going down that we saw really put them in the back foot. If you see now, the Soviet tanks are way in the back line, and they're making slow progress. So this is a key moment for Climbers United. If they make something out of this,
Let me
At
go
least
back
two
here
cover
once again, because
forces.
I want to make sure there is no one from Climbers United over here, because if there is, they might be able to do something, but no, it seems it's completely clear the south. They are all the way extended over here on the tracks, which is for them unfortunate, because having some people here right now could be quite handy, knowing that you are already pushing these tracks. But once again, Helios is completely controlling the
they're
tracks
fighting.
here.
They're fighting for map edge. They're fighting for that little crossing, right on the map edge with when the tiger decides to help them.
Would be
So-
interesting to see an IS-1 coming here, you know, to keep giving the team Helios a hand here, because if it also comes here, he can get the tiger. I mean, not right now because it's kinda turned this way, but just a few seconds ago the tiger was not looking at this way, therefore could be a... There we go, the repair station.
The repair station dies, but the guy right next to it doesn't even get like a boo-boo. Incredible.
Have a tiger here, so a tiger, the back tiger over there, the mid tiger, have a
And one on the
P4
right
here, P4,
Yeah.
and the tiger back there. So
That's a
22
good
minutes
armor
on the
movement
clock.
for Climbers.
22 minutes on the clock.
Nobody told the tiger there's a rep station there.
Doesn't seem to be important right now.
Those tracks.
Chosen, I don't know if he shot the tank, because it actually went
Tracks.
back there.
Yeah, it was tracks. It was in the plate. Yeah, another track shot. Okay, need to aim a little higher.
Chosen gets down, gets Widow,
Chosen
but
needs to choose a different
Jans? I mean, it's one Jans or something like that. Gets him back,
angle. Lance, I think he tried to
or Lance
like
too.
a-
I don't know.
Like an inverted L. Yeah.
PapaBean there getting Lance or Jans or I don't know.
He
Sorry.
got PPSH.
Widow once again infiltrating here with the STG, getting killed by PapaBean. PapaBean is doing quite a great job holding the line for Helios tonight. Would also be the MVP today for Helios. The infantry
Something
version.
comes from the proud Papa family. Well, it's a very
Something I.
it's a proud establishment, and I am proud to be a part of the Papa clan. Papa Bear, you keep rocking it in the free world, brother. Thank you.
I was about to say this is something me as a non-infantry player, I would like to see more like people pushing like this without tossing a grenade. So you could make it to the green wagons, then just toss a couple of grenades over their next wall, and then make a push. Right? You're gonna make some kills. You're gonna make some wound some enemy players. They're just running in the smoke and getting crossfire.
Gas mask. Getting to know that Kaga is there. Try to get in the wagon here, but Kaga told him, "No, this is mine. Go search yours."
Formis, you and I were Argentines. You wanna say what Kaga means in Spanish, or we leave it there?
Take a sheet.
People Google it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this man's poops basically.
Medio de cagón igual también, ¿no? Ya que estamos con los sinónimos de caga,
He's
de
like,
cagar.
he's like, I want my tank too. So he went into a wagon and he's shooting from the wagon.
Could also mean it annoys me, you know? Como me caga que pase esto. Ooh, what a nice shot on chosen by Kaga here.
Yeah, if you get inside the wagon, you see how crazy his angle is. It's crazy shots.
PapaBean trying to get him through the wagons here with the HC, but unable. Kaga got killed by PapaBean.
That was a
My man represented the Papa.
He got killed through what?
I mean, it's his own problem for poking his legs on the back. I mean,
Yeah,
what can I tell?
He looks like he's cagando. Yeah. He looks like he's taking number 2.
Giddy up, Horsey, giddy up.
Yeah, he cannot. He's constipated.
Eastwine here.
Hey, where that
Smart
happens.
play.
He's getting shot.
Good stuff. Yeah, they
Placing
see
an
him under the
8T
wagon.
mine here. The pancake here, but gets killed by, I believe it was gas mask.
But you
Gas
know what
mask
I mean,
and
right?
PapaBean
Just toss a
getting lance
grenade.
here.
Toss a grenade. Doesn't even have to be that deep. Just toss a grenade and PapaBean would join the dead family, not the Papa family.
Hey, don't you be talking about the Papas like that.
Widow here. Ooh. From where did he get shot at? Was it Donald Pump?
Donald Pump.
Did
You're
not see
easily
the name.
entertained, I get it.
Now, once again, this tiger is poking on this side, but this time, once again, the infantry is following. It's helping the tiger. So
This is what we wanted to do. This is what we wanted to see earlier, right? This
Correct.
6 people, 4 or 5 people with a tiger.
Widow on the other side of the tracks here, but gets killed by PapaBean here. Yes.
PapaBean basically got his number. He kills him in the open every time he tries to push. Again, a grenade.
Gas mask.
Do it. Lance.
Getting killed by Lance.
Wow.
Lance getting killed by
Toss a grenade.
Samrin back there with his MG. What was the name of the Soviet MG?
You killed me. I don't remember the actual MG. The one that looks like a
The DP-27 was it? Oh,
Brotherhood of the
Tiger got shot here. I don't know from where. I believe it was the tank that is right there. It's an IS-1, I believe. Once again, yes. And let's check them out. It's been a while since we checked it last time. So, well, gun replacement is what you would expect. I believe it's, maybe there is one missing over here, but it's unable because you don't have 200 meters within because of this one here. Then you have the point one, which is kinda exposed, maybe.
That IS is giving engine to the north. I mean, if that Tiger pushed with a gun right, he could get engine shots on that IS, but they have no information of each other.
IS right now is repairing back there. Seems some ATs or that tiger I just saw there might have done something to him, might have been mean.
We're coming to the last 15 minutes, so
15 minutes, and once again I recall here what Widow once told me when I cast them the past HCA season against ESPT. When you're in the last 10-15 minutes, you start to panic a little bit because your team is not making progress and you start becoming creative. What can I do to make my team go forward and the enemy go back? So I believe Clumbers United, it's getting that stationless. This is their strategy to make Helios believe they are going to win this. I mean, kinda in a fight too, but they are going to win this, and at the end they are going to do something that we are not expecting. Maybe this is what you were mentioning at the start when there was music yet in the stream here, being that you were telling me actually that Clumbers United usually plays plays different strats on each game, so we might be going to see something like that right here in the last 14 and 45 seconds.
You might see something a little bit different. You know, I got to tell you, they've done a pretty successful job when they push that front door. You know, in my opinion, if they really, you know, and I know ULFBERHT kind of mentioned this too, when they team up with their tanks, they're able to push Helios around. So if they were able to push, you know, edge of map up north there, along there, with their tanks and effectively, you know, get everyone working together, get everyone pushing together, they might give Helios a run for their money. If that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, they got one tank down. I saw an explosion here, or was it a rep station? I think it was the rep station. Yeah.
No, it was a luch.
No, the
Nah, never
looks-
mind.
the looks, okay.
Nah, I thought it was a double work here with that IS-1 getting this tiger here, but no. It was just a luch. Got too excited for nothing. Look at it. Hang on here, give me a second.
That was a ratty play. People like go low, bro.
Infantry
go
is already marked here. Not Smithers
Wow, I'm
coming,
glad
it's
you caught
running
this.
straight here.
low. You caught the exact moment. Smithers is on it.
Sia Rusty,
Not Smithers.
they get
sorry.
destroyed completely by not Smither Campo. The Chinese guy getting not Smither, was it? Forgot the name once. But
Yeah,
Kylos here, Calvus, destroying him too.
OP and
Campo
Gary's
is
still
waiting
up, so
here.
let's see. Yeah, he's gone.
Gary's completely blocked there for no need. Ooh, what a rocket over there by Nami, I mean, sorry.
No,
OP's gone too.
player, Nami.
That was an
that'll be
interesting
that
move
from
by
that
Clumbers
approach.
United.
You got to go back to the drawing board, and I know you're kind of going through all your options, but you gotta keep on going here.
It took them 80 minutes almost to get the Gary there. It's a shame to see.
Yeah,
it
that's
go
a little
so
long.
quick.
That's a little long, in my opinion, to kind of set that up and make a run for it. Helios, I mean, I believe they kind of took 30 minutes to do the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but it's
So-
30 minutes, not 80. I mean, 80 is almost the end of the match. 30 is like
Exactly.
mid-match, 1/3 of it. So, yeah, it kind of shows how each team works in, you know, how fast they take their time, you know, to like do these pushes behind the enemy lines. And sometimes it's not good to be that patient, even though that, well, here Ulfar, you and me agree that patience is key when you're tanking, maybe in the whole strat level. It's not that good to be that patient all the time, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very dependent on map and position. Sometimes I agree with you. Sometimes you had to read the window of opportunity to make patience. That's what patience is, right? You wait for the key window opportunity, right? Patience doesn't mean you just don't push ever. It means that you wait for the right conditions to make a play, to make a push. So and then you pray that it works or you make something out of it. That if you win a square, that's successful. So here we see the Chinese team wrapping from the train track south, almost uncontested. They traded 1-for-1. That's in the benefit of the Chinese team, who has more numbers. Basically,
2-for-1,
Morai,
2-for-2.
Jake, Rowdy, they're gonna get wrapped from the south if they don't call in for reinforcements.
But you gotta ask the question though. You're right. You gotta ask the question right there. If you're Helios and you're pulling them in different directions, like if you're pulling them towards this, you know, the warehouses over here and everything like that, you know, for them, they're able to reset up just like they just did over there with the guys respawning. You know, are you pulling climbers away from where you know your weakest section is? And then you even see behind that point there, Helios is even making a run for this point. They're like, we got 10 minutes in, we'll make a run for it.
Yeah, it's risky though. It's risky though because it's like psychology part the performance was saying when he mentioned the Widows conversation some weeks ago, is that also starts to cook in your brain that we don't need to push fourth and risk the third. So it's all those psychological you know, decisions start to play. It's like, do we push for one or just we consolidate third? And risk it, you know, keep some map control.
A little high,
always...
Campo, a little high. Aim a little lower, brother.
The funny part is you just shoot the...
Straight shot.
There you go.
Amazing shot.
The pole. You shoot the pole and you get it too. The telephone pole. That was a good shot.
Be interesting to see what
Point is being captured right now by Helios.
This is a lot of people.
And there's a big hole in that front line, in that front door. Look at that. Uncontested front door.
Here comes a P-strike by the Axis.
So, question is, where is everyone
nothing, absolutely
in
nothing.
the Axis team that is not defending? Where are they? Because I don't see them.
I think they're in that hinge push that we were just referencing there. You know, what I was trying to get at, you know, what I was trying to, establish was, is Helios saying, all right, yeah, you can go ahead and have this area. We'll go ahead and take your point. You know what I mean? And I think that's exactly what happened here. It'll be interesting.
The Gary that we saw really pushed them back, really set them on the back foot over there because that was
I would love to see the Clumbers United Gary disposal they have right now. Look at this Gary here.
Helios is bringing up a tank saying, hey, brother, we got 8 minutes left. We'll play. We'll play for this point.
Tank's coming. Airhead is coming here. Quite a risky Airhead because it's kind of forward. Place it like a little bit more back.
This definitely is a middle thing.
I think they're aiming for the building. That's the key issue. They're aiming for the building.
Yeah, but it missed. That's the thing. Now it's completely exposed here.
Inside the four walls. Yeah, but the idea was to put it inside the four walls. It is a little bit misclicked on the map.
You guys going to notice it, but it gets killed. Airhead, it's live yet.
That is a misplay by that Chinese player. He should have tossed grenade.
Kill switch.
He was trying to run for it.
He's not the kill switch of the Clumbers United.
All these guys, they're gonna try to take out that. They're trying to take it out.
This is 4-1. But again, I'm complaining about no grenades, and it's so valid. Just toss grenades. That thing will have be gone. Nobody can pick up your grenade, so the grenade will have.
There goes the Airhead. Finally, a grenade toss there.
Yeah, but they already had a spawn off, and it definitely kind of seems like they're controlling this quite a bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be 4-1. Great game by.
Hang on, because going to be 4-1. They have some things here in case they had dodges here first, but now it's going to be 4-1 for sure. I do not believe they're going to risk it to get a 5-0 being just 6 minutes 34 seconds. Yeah, I don't believe so. And there we go, 4-1. Helios is winning 4. Clumbers United is losing with 1. And I just got a call, here. Why? Ah, jeez. Yeah, just in case it's cold here in the South Pole in Argentina. It's winter.
We gotta think what were the players that were out on the hinge doing for climbers, and
Oi!
recognizing that communication. Oh God!
Come on! Shoot it! No!
The tiger is rotating. Oh my god, Ricochet. That's crazy. That was crazy. This is Jack? Yeah. Jack, I'm sure Jack will be like cursing everyone around him. He hates missing.
No, that was Wix.
It was Weeks. Okay, so
Yes.
he's feeding the meme. Sorry.
Let me find Shax. I believe it's this. I just want getting shot. Yes, here you have a Shaq.
Yeah, Jack.
In
Jack
kinda bad position to be a heavy right now, you know.
trying to that double tap that tank probably.
Yeah, for sure, but it's still not that good to be quite alone, knowing that
He's
you
on
try to
fire.
push here, and many people were here. I think that it's
With
enemy zone yet.
with 5 minutes remaining, when I think back, there's a couple of moments that kind of stand out in my head that kind of gave me an idea of where this match was going to go. What are some for you guys that kind of come to your mind and go, this is a defining moment of this match?
I think it were a couple. I think it was when the Tiger couldn't get the infantry to push. That was one moment, that moment lost. And then when the IS occupied its place and stayed there for a long time, that sealed the deal for bought Helios 20 minutes of secure middle cap. That's
Ooh,
one
what
that
a
comes
spawn
to my
here.
mind.
Oh, damn. Helios
For the
just
5-0.
said, screw your 4-1. We're going to go for 5-0, baby.
2 minutes remaining before
Do they have
the
any...
capture timing closes.
Oh, gee.
Hardpoint is
Oh, wow.
completely empty here. By the way, this
Yeah,
is
it
a
feels like-
victory already for Helios. It's 3 minutes
Yeah.
40 seconds, no time for Clumbers United to cap here the Doggies point and
They're saying in
rival
chat,
crossing.
look at that. They're saying everyone. Everyone. They're saying bonsai.
They're willing to lose the point that they choose capture to get a last point, the 5th and last point.
The
And well, they're
new-
just blocking here their spawn. They
Helios
Their
is the new
base.
Japanese team. The new Japanese team. Congratulations to the new team from
Clearly.
Asia.
I mean, wow.
I will
Oh,
be
now we're getting for the Union, for the motherland.
It's a mix of. It's a multinational team.
I mean-
Soviet, Civil War America to Japanese.
I mean, many teams. I mean, most of the high-level, high-performance teams are mostly like this. You know, completely.
It's the
From
whole
different
team.
parts.
It's the 50 players here, except for the Arty player. They're all here. Ooh. A little bit of a
I don't know.
troll.
I
Even
mean-
the tankers. Even the tankers
Climbers are
are
taking
infantry.
that 4th point back.
Yeah, I believe it's
Yeah,
going to
it's a
end in a
victory,
third,
alright.
in a 3-2, because
That
Well-
goes the garrison. I mean, they're going to have some of
Unless-
these guys fall back.
The tanks they need to contest that maybe, and then they secure the 5-0.
yeah, I don't believe they're going to fall back for this point here. Oh, jeez.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they're defending. Yeah. A reinforce
460.
with these 3 dudes in the circle, and
48.
you secure the 5-0.
Look at
Yeah,
this
crazy
ping.
lag.
Look at this lovely
I'm telling
ping.
you, 400.
Damn,
This is going to be a
boy.
5-0.
It seems it's going to be a 5-0, yes. I would love for my FPS to return, please. Thank you. There we go. See you later. See you
Hey,
later.
you know, hats off to Helios, man. They really did just say bonsai. Lindsay Lohan charged this. They said, look, thanks Widow for spying. Great. No, but in all seriousness, hats off to them. that Lindsay Lohan charge, as I like to call it at the end there, that really kind of just sealed the deal for it all.
Wait. You cannot throw that name and continue talking like nothing. Lindsay Lohan push? What is that?
Oh, Lindsay Lohan charge. It's when you. So I like to call when you take everybody off of what they're doing, and you just say, "Screw it, we're going for it." You call that the Lindsay Lohan charge because you're drunk as a skunk, brother. You drunk as a motherfucking skunk, and you charging in there like a beautiful. You charging in there like a beautiful motherfucker, and you're just saying, "Fuck it, I'm drunk as a skunk, and we're gonna take this motherfucking point."
Oh my god.
That is what a Lindsay Lohan charge is, and they did that successfully. 5-0. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, is what they just said.
I think Wix Romero deserves the medal.
Hang on, I don't know where he is.
Hey, Papa Bear, hold on. Papa Bear. Shout out to my Papa Bear, man. That's what I'm talking about.
You're biased.
Hey,
what a match we just saw. What a match we just saw. And well, it seems it was Widow actually playing on CUs based on what you are saying on the chat, so interesting.
Oh my god. The
Nice.
chat is turning racist right now.
That's what I love of the chat, When you win,
chat,
what you say, what the team say, It's lovely. But
hey, you know what? Helios said 1-800, call Widow, man. But, Widow wasn't there to answer the call today, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoo! Hats off to both teams. In all seriousness, all jokes aside, hats off to both of them. It was a pretty close match there for a good, 80 minutes. It's amazing to me that Helios came in and, some of them definitely, you look at their ping, some of them have definite, ping issues and everything. Looks like both teams kind of do, but...
Campo, look at Campo. He did 1800 with a ping of 336.
Good Lord, that's what...
Kill 400, wanna see a match in Kill 400?
He got quite some Garys, Campo, today.
I know. What amazing plays by Campo here. I'm gonna go ask if people, as always, jeez, I don't know how to speak yet, is willing to do a short interview. Once again, as always. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of music until I get the answer by these guys. And if you are going to be watching this from YouTube, yes, you should. If nothing happens, it's gone by the end of the video, or because I'm not going to give you music because copyrights. But yes, anything to say before I mute everyone here, you guys?
I'm going to eat something.
I'm good.
Postponing my lunch and my...
Go eat then. We'll wait you here and we're not moving yet. So yeah, see you in a few minutes, boys. Well, if you're on the stream, that was a very, very bad timing for me cutting off the music. But yes, seems no one is willing to do an interview today at least. So yeah, already ULFBERHT left because, well, he was going to eat. And Bean told me he actually had to leave like half an hour ago or something like that, but he decided to stay. So yes, I'm by myself here. I'm finally looking at the stats just as a final topic here to mention, and I can tell you top 40 players in this match are for Helios. So yeah, we can see, we can understand why they won, right? At the end of the day, if you are going to win, it's mostly based on the 1v1s. It's something we mention a lot here with PapaBean, the past match, and ULFBERHT. If you do not win the 1v1s, if you don't have soldiers that can kill 4 or 5 people before they died and had to respawn, it's quite unlikely of your team gaining terrain, therefore making more progress, therefore having more chances of winning, capping the next point and the next and the next. So yeah, here, well, in the top 10 it's quite fought. Basically it's more so like 50-50, but if you expand to the top 20 you will see that it the balance goes to the Helios side here based on the somewhere around 60-70% most. I would dare to say 75 or so. If you keep going to the 30%, the top 30 players, it keeps going in favor of Helios here, and if you go to top 40, it's still going in favor of Helios. Then top 50, finally, it's when Clumbers United starts to catch up, and not to mention they had quite a good shooters, you know. Well, I mean, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I mean, they had a good amount at the end of the day. I mean, that's what make a top team, you know, having many shooters in the last amount of having quite a good. I don't know who to speak suddenly. Sorry, having a good amount of shooters in the top of the team against other top shooters. Not everyone is able to do that. Not me. That's why I play tanks. And even then, I'm not much. For example, ULFBERHT, who's playing Division 2, I'm unable. So, yeah, having that extra player base, you know, based on the forgot the word, the capacity of doing all these things. Yeah, we can see clearly that Helios was ahead the whole match practically. And artillery-wise, just in case everyone is wondering, we have the Helios one getting above the Clumbers United one by 9 kills only, 194 versus 185. Quite a close match for the artillery. Was talking here with PapaBean before he left. That was quite an interesting match. And well, you all saw that. Nothing else to say. So based on that, guys, Dios, I don't know who to speak anymore. I see you all the next one. two things. The first one being I wanted to tell them first, but I forgot the amount of convincing I had to make to my friend here, who I shared this channel with, to lower the amount of time of ads. It was a lot. And then, what a match! Just once again, I loved the match. I really did.